You guys ready to build the Aepex? Apex, however it's pronounced. This is sent to me by KBD fans. This is going to be sponsored because they are sending it to me and they don't want it back. I will do my best to go through everything's and be as thorough as we possibly can. They haven't had any say in what goes into this content. They never do. But let's take a look. It starts at $336. I believe there's no cheaper alternatives to this unless you don't want the foam, which I think then it goes down to $326. Did you guys want to look at the webpage? But okay, we have $326. I already took off the foam since we're probably not going to use it. But it does have a bunch of colors. We have anodized black, anodized silver, which this is black, this is silver, anodized red, anodized orange, and then we have stonewash colors. I'm going to be honest, the stonewash are not my favorite, but it's okay. The stonewash basically looks like this. Can I show you guys a picture of what stonewash looks like? Okay, they're not super visible on this, but there's also stonewash pine green, anodized dark gray, stonewash Caledon, and e-coating U9. It does come in WinKey, WinKeyless, HHKB. Tons of different ways you can customize this because there's an inner frame to the keyboard. Very Pangea mini coated. I don't know if it was inspired by that, but I know this board's been worked on for a while, so probably just happy coincidence. Very pretty though, so you can get a whole bunch of different top frames in this too. You can really customize this thing. You can even get a stainless weight. Actually, you know what? I think stainless is technically cheaper, so $320 maybe would be the cheapest configuration. There we go. We have all the selections here for what you guys can pick. Different plates. We have foam, no foam, extra pieces, PCB options, including EC, which is cool to see. And EC doesn't seem to be crazy expensive either, which is awesome. So, without further ado, I don't know if we want to look through anything else here. It's a personal preference, so keep this in mind when I'm criticizing the stonewash. It's literally personal preference. This is very, very, very much just my opinion. All right, so let's see what we got in here. We have some foam. We have our PCB. Oh, wow. It's very rare that I get a solder PCB from KBD fans. Wow. We have an aluminum plate, I think. Okay, so pretty standard fare stuff here. We don't have a crap ton. Is the daughter board already in the case? I thought this was neat, and I don't know if this matters to you guys at all. It's a very small aspect of this keyboard. This cloth kind of like sticks to itself. It's like a Velcro-ish hook and loop thing. Yo, this thing's sick, man. I saw this and I'm like, this is cool. I feel like I've looked at this before, but I've never really taken it in. It's pretty nice that it does that. But we did get the teal, and this is the stonewash. And you guys will see why I don't love... Oh no, sorry, is this teal Caledon or whatever it is? Yeah, Caledon or not pine green. Well, it's like a teal, whatever it is. Now, here's the finish, right? We're gonna go through everything. I don't know. I don't love the stonewash. You guys can have your own opinions on this. It's kind of like aged looking. I think honestly, it's a very pretty keyboard. You guys can have your own opinion, and I want you guys to have your own opinion on it. I just don't love it. It's not my favorite thing. Maybe it's just this particular color. Like the inside has pathing, you can see the pathing for it, and I think mixed with the stonewash, I just don't like it. Like, dude, I would 1000% want something a bit cleaner for this board to really like accentuate everything here. I love it high key. I'm glad you guys like it. This weight has got to be one of the prettiest weights I've seen in a hot minute. They did an excellent job making this weight, and I know there's going to be some people saying, but it's on the bottom. I know, it's on the bottom, but they made all the board look cool. They really did. Like, look at that. This looks awesome. I love stuff like this. Even that little peak, the little mountain peaks with the, you know, PVD'd area, or I don't know if this is stainless polished or PVD, I'll double check, but it's so good, dude. Here is the side profile. Wonderfully done. Wonderful. Hats off to AE boards for this. Wonderful, wonderful side profile. It looks really good. They did a fantastic job. It's very floral. Like, I don't know how to describe this. It feels like elvish. Something I'd see in maybe like Lord of the Rings or something like that. I don't know. It has beautiful curves. It has great like depth to the curves as well from how it, you know, folds in and out. Very, very, very pretty. Very pretty, dude. The back is, I mean, I would say the back of the board still has a nice shape. You get some nice tones. It has a hidden USB-C cable. Now this cable is very recessed. So I wonder if my cable will even fit into this. But it is a very recessed cable. I don't know if you guys picked that up when we were looking at the bottom. And then we have the front. Pretty standard fare, nothing here. I also really like the small feet on this, by the way. Nothing too crazy. And then we have the top of the board. Now, I think the PC one is really nice. Having this inner frame that's PC, I don't know if I'm really trying to picture it maybe. I can see the ones they have on the website, like the pre-configured ones. I almost feel like this board really does well with the PC. I think you want to go with this PC inner frame. It's just, you know, it depends obviously on your style and what you want to do, but I think it really looks good with this. Yeah, I think some other colored gaskets would have been nice to see, because even a tan gasket or just something a little bit more like not contrasty with this would have been great. Maybe that's something we can ask for options. Also, I don't know if they're going to come pre-installed for you guys. I really don't know. Does it come with a USB-C cable since it's so recessed? No, probably not. I mean, it's probably going to fit most standard USB-Cs, but my USB-C cable has a bigger head to it. Very fun though. Here it is from the side. It's a cute little 60. Nothing comes out as alarm bells right now for me. So I guess let's take a look at the PCB. Our PCB. Solder PCB. Fixed spacebar, which, you know, I'm a little shocked by, because I know this does come in a WinKey version as well. I know some people will argue, saying that it's detrimental to the sound, which, you know, I don't have any science to back that or anything, but would be nice to see some options for things. Yeah, you're right. Even just regular caps lock. Do they have like a finalized PCB for this? No, what the hell? Only one caps lock? I feel like that's a bit of an oversight. Yeah, these are finalized. I'm looking at the PCB layouts on the website. It's bottom row only. I feel like stepped caps lock would have been a nice option. Must mean HHKB is the one true layout. It does feel like maybe this was designed to be HHKB first and everything else was second thought, but hey man, not exempt from criticism. It's poopy because I really feel like this board could have been taken to like the next level. Because here it is though. If you don't add certain things that people really like, people will not buy the product. I know it's a trade-off for designers to not have these things, but it is still nice. Usually bottom row, I usually can say like it makes sense because they're offering different things. But like even something as simple as like a stepped caps lock, like why not just add it? You know what I mean? I don't think that's going to be a detriment to the sound. I feel like that's an easy one to add on. Other than that, we have split right shift, no ISO support, which sucks. I would have liked to see some ISO support. We have split backspace, obviously, for HHKB, and that's really it. The plate design seems nice. I like the bottom row over here. This is going to be interesting. This should sound really good. We have some giant relief parts over here. It's thinned out a bit on the bottom, so very large tabs. Very large tabs, but I like the tab placement. Just 4. Very simple. No, we're not doing LaRanges. Everyone wanted granites. But I think I will do a milky yellow spacebar, because I actually love pairing milky yellow with granite. Plus, it's mil-max. We can do whatever we want. Nice. Okay. Are these like alignment pins? This is the only thing I legitimately don't know what they're for. Corners? Okay, so it is for these areas. Are these a necessity to put in? Alignment is what I'm told? Okay. So we have alignment pins there then. Oh, okay. I can kind of see what they're doing, but also not really. Okay, one small gripe with the board. Just a tiny little gripe. They did this thing where the switch overlaps the plate a little bit, and they've made the standoff for this a little awkward to insert here. So you probably do have to kind of slide it from the top and then insert it down. You won't be able to like lay down the PCB and then do this the other way. Just as an FYI. I worry about those PC screw points. They looked pretty thick to me. I think they should be fine because it threads into the aluminum anyways. So I'm not too concerned. Although, in an ideal world, I think this is the best way to go about this with the PC in particular. Because again, there is other frames. I think if you were to go from the bottom and screw the frame in from that way, I would actually not want the frame to have threaded inserts. I feel like that's a little bit more ugly. And I think just threading it into the aluminum is probably just the best bet and safest. So I'm not too concerned myself. All right, so I wanted to also check here. Oh no, this is well done. I was a little concerned because the screw points are like here and here and here, right? So I thought maybe because there is some give, if you guys can see, with the frame. I don't know if I can show this nicely. Can you guys see the frame move in a little? I was scared that this would kind of bend. It's perfectly fine. I think it actually aligns really well. It's pretty even the whole way through. So there is a little bit of give here though, but they did a good job with alignment. And this is, I would say, screwed into just where it stops, hand screwed in. All right, it's starting to really shape up now. This is looking great. Okay, this is exciting. So what are we putting on this for keycaps, guys? Is Nimbus going to be a good set for this? Or is it going to be too blue? Oh, whatever. Who cares? Let's just use it. Will my cable fit? It does. Cable fits. Larger cables fits in this. That's good to see. It is very recessed. It almost looks like this is part of the design now. Actually kind of cool, I gotta say. They did a good job on that too. We have some granite switches, aluminum plate, no foam, and a milky yellow spacebar. I love granite alphas. And this is SWG Nimbus. It's a little bit of a bassier sounding board. I can hear a lot of bass. Yeah, I definitely think it's the big old weight in this is probably giving it some thud. Yeah, these are granites. Can you guys hear the bassy undertone? I kind of like it. Here it is on just a singular desk pad. And then we'll do no desk pad for you guys. We can try different spacebars here in a sec too. Okay, no desk pad. I think this is where this excels at right now. I wonder too if this, because this board does have a bit of weight, I wonder if these like silicone feet are sinking into the desk pad a little bit. I do like the spacebar. I would say the alphas definitely, like I know granites are a little bit of a lighter switch overall. Definitely a bit deeper here. Let's try a GMK spacebar. Can I hear a difference on that? I think so, right? This is a little bit lighter. This one here is a bit, I guess, more plastic-ish. You know, I actually prefer this one. Oh, wow. Yeah, this one is way nicer, actually. The GMK one is not my fave for, like, once. Pretty crazy. I guess we'll try a cherry switch as well here. I like the board, though. It feels good. It feels good. Really good to type on. Yeah, we'll try a granite first. Although I don't have a good feeling that the granite's going to be as poppy, because I feel like the granite's going to be too bassy here. I like the granite. Sounds really good in this. It's like the right tone for this. Let's try a cherry. Obviously, if you guys wanted to go with a brighter switch, definitely go with that. I actually really like these in here, though. Bit more subdued. Ooh, I would say the cherry isn't as bright as the milky yellow. But it has a bit more of a clack than the granite. I still maybe prefer this. It's weird. You know, I'm actually liking the board a little bit more when it's not on a desk pad with all these combinations we're doing. Oh, wait, no. Let's try the cherry with the GMK. So, I think the tonality is there with the board, though. Yeah, you can tell. The tonality is there with the GMK. Keyboard sounds good. It's definitely there. Definitely has a bit more of a bassier overall tone to it. You know, I still prefer the SWG. I like it a lot. Sounds good. It's comfy to type on. It definitely has a bit more of like a medium type on it. My only gripe with the board are those screw-in block areas over here for the top shell of the case. I don't really have any other suggestions for this board. I mean, it would be cool to see the board have a reworked internal piece with some stepped internals. I feel like that actually might take away some of the overall like bassiness. I'm not too sure if these feet are detrimental to the board since they're very stiff silicone. I mean, I think these are fine. I don't think there's anything wrong with these feet. I'm just wondering if these would be a little different to something else, because the board is heavy. Maybe a traditional bubble foot, but I feel like that would take away from the weight. I would say this is a solid project for 315 bucks. Nice side profile on this, man. Very pleasant, very, very pleasant to type on. It's a winner, yeah. I'm here for it. I think this looks like a good project to pick up. Like I said, I got that one little minor gripe with this. Otherwise, I wouldn't have anything else really to criticize on this. The 315 price point is really what's kind of selling me on this too. This is definitely a pretty board though. How's the alignment on the board, even though we use the aligner? Oh, you know what? Actually, maybe a small, extra little minor gripe here too. The alignment on the board's still not perfect, which makes me wonder, oh, this does slide back and forth. So it's still not perfect. You're still gonna have to align this a little bit. I think most keyboards, that'll probably happen though. I'm not too pressed by that either. Alrighty, I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Thank you guys all for tuning in, and thank you guys for and hopefully enjoying the stream. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye everybody. Love ya.